Hi, I'm Mike from Scoutadelic and welcome to Brownsea Island. Hi, I'm Mike from Scoutadelic, and if you haven't already, cheekily subscribe, go on, it means a lot, it's free and there are tons of activities, ideas, games that you can do both online and offline on Zoom. But I am here, Brownsea Island, the home of scouting when scouting started in 1907. We're going to take you on an amazing tour, but first I'm gonna need a co-host. So who is my co-host going to be? And it's not gonna be Baden Powell.
Hello, I'm Tom Highlands. I'm an Explorer Scout leader in West Sussex, and this is my 60-second scouter.
3, 2, 1.
So here's the cup of mystery. I have no idea what Mike is going to ask me. So good luck, I suppose. So number one, best thing to do in Iceland. I actually have a bit of a fascination with Iceland, the country, not the shop. My favourite thing in Iceland is probably seeing the Northern Lights. I think if you get the opportunity, they're the most incredible thing, and they change every single time. Best scouting memory. There's been a lot. For me, it has to be 1st of August 2007 at the World Scout Jamboree in Essex. Why is scouting still relevant today? Because it shows what the world can be. It shows young people working together. What does scout content do? We bring together a number of people that are all professionals in their own field of photography, video, content writing, web, digital, and we go and support either big events, small events, districts, groups, counties. We help them tell the story of scouting. Fondest Brownsea Island memory. But the one that I remember most is in 2009 I came to Brownsea Island to film for an ITV show, and we camped on the original campsite with a few celebrities for a night. Had great fun kind of sharing the scouting story with them, telling them what scouting was to us, and just having good fun.
So this is the site where Baden Powell in 1907 took 20 boys from different areas of the country. Some who obviously came from wealthier backgrounds paid an equivalent of £100 in modern day currency, and then some that came from poor backgrounds paid just under £20. It's an amazing and surreal like sort of area to be on, because if you think about it, that one experimental camp gave a worldwide movement, and scouting still to this day does similar things like that. So for the World Scout Jamboree, for example, some countries actually pay a little bit more to allow countries that are of obviously a poorer background to actually go to the Jamboree, because it's all about that. The harrowing thing about this is that out of those 20 boys, over half of them actually died in World War I. So the first Jamboree was set up to talk about peace, and that is why the Scout Association talks about peace and respecting one another, and that we're all in it together. We're all one happy family wherever you come from, whether you're rich or poor, whether you come from one religion or another, whether you're straight, gay, bi, male or female. This is it. So thanks for answering all our questions. So how are you today?
I'm good. It's a glorious sunny day, and it's
yes, it's a lovely day to wear a nice thick hoodie, even though I did pack a t-shirt. So yeah, so So obviously this is now 70 episodes in. You're
Yep.
my 70th co-host. So what are you gonna teach me and everyone else about?
So I'm actually going to show you how to do something, but we can't actually do it here.
Okay, fair enough then. That's good.
So,
Okay.
as you heard in my questions,
Yeah.
photography is kind of one of my hobbies.
Yes, yeah.
And something that I love to do with my explorers and with other sections is to create paintings by light using the camera.
Really? Oh, I've always wanted to do that. Okay. So how is it easy enough, or what do we need to do?
It's super easy.
Okay.
And there's a number of ways that you can do it.
Right. Okay.
What you need
Yep.
is either phone
Yep.
or a camera.
Right. Yeah.
Either works. Probably slightly easier on a camera
Right,
if you
okay,
have it.
right.
But the main thing with the camera is it needs to have a manual mode.
Right. Okay. So if you've got a camera, it's got a manual mode. If you've got a phone, do you still have that issue, or do most cameras have a manual mode?
If you have a phone,
Yeah.
search on App Store or whatever for a long exposure camera
Okay.
or a manual camera app.
Right. Okay. All right.
And that will give you the ability to do it.
Right. Okay.
So the other thing that you're going to need is a tripod. It can
Okay.
be a small one like this or a
Yes.
bigger one. Now, if you don't have a tripod for your phone,
Right.
don't worry, because I'll show you how to make a really quick, easy one in a couple of
Okay.
seconds.
Okay.
So what you need for this
Yeah.
is you need a toilet roll and some scissors. That's all we need.
Brilliant. Okay.
And what
so-
we're going to do is we're just going to cut
Yeah.
into the tube 2 slits for the phone.
Oh.
So
Right. Okay.
just cut it down so that it takes about, well, most of your phone,
Right. Okay.
and then work out where it's going to be on the other side. So just
Right.
cut that down.
So is this the width of your phone that you're going for, or
Yeah.
is it slightly above that width?
So it's roughly the width, but you want to have the camera. So the idea is you have that there,
Yeah.
and you can just pop your phone in and pop that on a table, and then you've got a nice, easy, steady
That is amazing.
shot that you just have on a table, and the camera's not going to move up and down, which is really important because
Yes.
we're going to be shooting on a long exposure.
So you've got that then. So what do you need to do? What's your
Sure.
conditions? Because you've said that this isn't the perfect condition for it. So what are you looking for?
In the night or in a dark room. So
Right, okay.
turn off the lights in your scout hall,
Yep.
or go outside if it's dark.
Okay.
And what you need is you need a source of light. So that could be a phone, it could be a torch, it could be a headlamp.
Right.
But personally, I quite like glow sticks because you can get lots of different colours.
Ah, yes. Any excuse to get a glow stick out. So yeah.
Exactly, and they're fun, right?
Yes.
So the idea is the light from the glow stick will paint a picture in the camera. So
Wow.
on the camera settings,
Yeah.
what you do is you set it to say 5 seconds or 10 seconds,
Right. Okay.
and that gives the people with the lights enough time to draw something,
Right.
whether that's a
okay.
letter, whether you're going to spell out a word,
Yep. Yep.
or whether you're going to try and paint a new Mona Lisa.
If anyone does that with this skill, please send me it, because I'd love to see that.
I'd also love to see it, because if you can do that in 30 seconds, that's incredible. So the key to it though,
Yeah.
is you don't want to have your camera open for too long, because then you'll see
Right,
the
okay.
people that are painting.
Right, okay. So what's the longest that you would think, so you said like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Is it like sort of longer than that as well, or is 5 seconds kind of the thing to do?
The joy of it is you can play with all the settings.
Right, okay, alright, okay.
So if you want to go longer,
Mhm.
you have a higher F number, for example.
Right, okay.
Because then that allows less light in, so allows you to
Right,
open up
okay.
the
Okay.
camera longer.
So when you've done that, so you've set up your camera,
Yep.
okay, and they've got like 5 seconds to do it.
Yep.
Is it kind of like, so if I've got my glow stick, for example,
Yep.
I'd have to go like that,
Absolutely,
and then that would...
that's exactly
Right,
it.
okay.
One of the really fun parts though,
Okay.
that can be quite interesting, is everything's in reverse.
Right.
Because
okay.
you're looking at the camera, so you're like the words
The-
written on the page going outwards.
Right. Okay.
So you have to do everything in reverse.
Wow. So my S there would have to be that way
Yeah.
round. Right. Okay. So they've got to think of reversing it so that the camera picks it up that way.
Yeah.
Right, okay, alright, cool.
So it can be quite fun, and you can try lots of different things, and it's just a laugh to wave lights around in the dark.
Alright, that's brilliant. So I'm guessing you're going to show us some examples.
So here's some examples of when we've done it with explorers, so you can kind of see what you can create. But as I say, just go and create your own, and just try and have fun with it. Try different things. There's no right or wrong with this. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, well, especially when it's getting to dark nights and dark evenings. You can do this obviously as an activity on camp, as well as back in your holes or wherever, or even if you are unfortunately still on Zoom, it's something that they can even do at home more than likely, because most people do have phones. So yes, that's a really cool activity. I'm quite jealous that I don't get to do it on this island now. It's not fair, but yeah, that sounds cool. You guys have done some amazing things, whether you've been outside all around the world or whether you're still back on Zoom. So these are the amazing photos that you guys sent to us last month. Here we go.
We'd love to know what you have done over the last month, and you can send us your photos or videos or anything that you want to show off via Twitter, Facebook and Instagram to Scoutadelic.
This is 15 fantastical facts about Brownsea Island. The island is one of a few places still to have red squirrels. This is because grey squirrels have never been introduced to this island at all. It's also the reason why the new UK section, Squirrel Scouts, has red jumpers. Can you spot one?
Brownsea Island is owned by the National Trust, who bought it in 1962 for £100,000. The northern half, though, is a wildlife reserve managed by the Dorset Wildlife Trust.
This stone on Brownsea Island commemorates the experimental camp that happened on the 1st of August 1907, just down there. The stone was unveiled in 1967.
This is one of over 60 benches on the island, so that you can rest, relax and recuperate during one of your walks, or even have a picnic while sat down.
There's only one post box on the entire island, and this is it, and it gets collected every day.
Brownsea Island also has its own castle, Brownsea Castle. It's owned by the John Lewis Partnership, and they also lease 17 acres of land on Brownsea Island. It's available for you to stay at if you work for the John Lewis Partnership. So if you're lucky enough to be able to do that, we'd recommend checking that out.
Brownsea Island has 3 walks all the way around. They span from around about 30 minutes all the way up to an hour, and they go from the whole distance from the ferry all the way to the other side of the island.
So this is the site of Maryland Village on Brownsea Island. This is where Colonel Waugh set up a self-sufficient community to help support the pottery he established. It was still standing in 1962 when the National Trust bought the island. However, the effects of a fire and time meant that it had to be demolished with a controlled explosion from the military. So all that's left now is rubble.
Several industries have actually started on Brownsea Island, including cattle ferrying and pottery via that little pier down there. Brownsea Island isn't actually unoccupied. Roughly around about 30 people live on the island, and back in 2010 the first baby was born since 1927.
There are over 60 species of tree on Brownsea Island. Can you name all of them?
Family service is held at St Mary's Church every Sunday at 3 PM during the summer months, when the sun's out and it's nicely warm. The church itself was built in the 1950s by the owner of the island then.
Brownsea Island is twinned with a islet in Normandy in France.
The island is the largest of 8 islands in the harbour, being 1.5 miles long and 3/4 miles wide, consisting of around about 500 acres.
You'll only find one statue of Baden-Powell on Brownsea Island, which is this one, along with a footprint of his. However, the more famous Baden-Powell statue is over on Poole Quay, where you can find Mike there now.
And this one looks across to Brownsea Island and has been here since 2008. It's part of the show where I get to verse my co-host, and I'm winning by 1. Can I extend that lead just slightly?
At the moment, you're winning by 1.
At the moment, yes, and there's a possibility I could win. So this is host v co-host. So this is Alpha Scout. So the rule is very simple. You have 30 seconds to go from the start of the alphabet, so A, and then work your way through, okay? If the other person can't beat that letter, then you win. If I can, or for example, if it's me, if I can beat that letter, then I get the point, okay? Best of 3, and the topics are in here. Now, my co-host Tim last month lost. I feel he was doing me a benefit of the doubt. I don't think he was, you know, he was being nice to me. So that means that you get to go first, all right? So what is your first category?
3.
Number 3, okay, what is it?
Foods to cook on camp.
So the topic is foods to cook on camp. You start with A, then B, then C, but then I also can't actually use those, okay? So it's one of them, okay? You've got 30 seconds. And your time starts now.
Asparagus.
Okay,
Baked
yes.
beans.
Yes.
Chestnuts.
Right.
Dumplings.
Okay.
Eggs.
Yeah.
F.
I've got one, but I'm not saying.
F. I mean, you could do frogs.
Okay. I think you, yeah, I'll give you that one.
G. Grains, so like
yeah, okay, I'll give you G.
H.
And that's it.
Okay.
So you've got, so I have got to get to H, and I can't repeat anything that you said.
Okay.
Would have been better for me to write them all down, but I didn't.
I remember what I said.
That's all right then, I'm so glad. Okay, so my 30 seconds start now. So you have campfire apples, so you can do that. Chocolate bananas, so bananas. C, curry, you can do a curry on a camp. D, you said dumplings, so duck, you can have a duck on a camp if you're going to be posh. E, E, you went for eggs, and I can't go with eggs. E, eggy bread, totally different. It is egg related, but not. F, fried bread, yes. G,
that's a win.
Damn.
That's a win.
That's a win, okay, but that's it. So that's 1-0, okay. I've still got 2 possibilities of doing this, okay. I know what some of these are. I don't really want.
Oh, so you've had pre
I don't know which ones I picked. Don't pick on me.
But you've had to think of them.
Yes.
It's rigged.
Things found in a hiker's rucksack.
Okay.
All right. So things found in a hiker's rucksack. I'm going to start with A first of all. My time starts now. Oh, an apple then. You always have an apple and a banana just in case. C, he would have a cap for hot sunny days. D, he would have dungarees. You never know. You might need spare clothes. Okay. An E for hiker. There must be something easy for an E. All I can think of is the torch, and I don't know why I keep on thinking of the torch. And that's my time. So, okay, you've got to go past. You've got to get an E. Is the main thing, okay?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm struggling on A.
That's even better. That's probably. So your 30 seconds start now.
I can't say A something.
No, you can't, because then you could say A anything, and that would be it. So no. You had 10 seconds so far. I'm liking that. No, keep on going.
This is embarrassing, isn't it?
It's hard, and there's people out there who are shouting things, and it's easier that you're on that side
allergy
of the screen.
tablets.
Ooh, good. Okay.
A bivouac bag.
Oh right.
Crisps.
Yeah. And your time is up. So that's a 1-1 there. I think.
Did you get to D?
I got past D.
Did you?
Yes, dungarees.
Oh yes, of course you did.
I did the dungaree thing.
Oh, if only
and you didn't challenge the dungaree thing, so that's even better. I'm fine with that.
Final one.
Yep. No.
Is number 1.
Oh, number 1. Okay.
Animals.
Animals. This is you going first does mean that you get to tick off quite a lot of really fun animals. Are you ready? 30 seconds start now.
Ant, badger, cat, dog, elephant, frog, giraffe, hamster, an insect. Does that count?
No, because insect is a generic thing, not a specific. You went with ant. That's an insect, so I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Indigenous. Something. I don't know.
Indigenous. Right. Okay. So for me to win, I've got to get an I.
Yeah.
Or you've won it.
Yeah.
Okay. My third. You went. Right. Okay.
I went quick.
You went really quick, and I'm hoping that you remember them because I can't remember. I remember dog and cat, and that's the only thing that I can think of. Right. Okay. Animals. My 30 seconds start now. Anteater to get rid of the ants. B. Beaver.
Yeah.
C would be a camel. D would be a dragon-y. Can't you get like sort of little dragons?
Dragons are mythical.
Well, okay, fine, all right. There must be more than a D for dog, isn't there? There's a draconian.
No.
No. Okay. No. I think.
Yeah, winner.
What is there more than a D? Seriously, other than a dog, what is there more animal than a D?
I was struggling.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
You went with dog straight away. That's it.
Yeah, I mean that's the joy of picking out the.
It is. That is the thing.
But if you know any other animals that begin with a D, comment.
Please. Yes, I need to know for any future reference that I might have to have this topic again. But there we are. Well done. Congratulations. You have now level pegged again. So I get in the lead. I get pushed back. So, you know, I've only got a few months left to go. So can I actually win this year? Or am I going to tie again with my co-host? We'll find out.
Tie.
Next
co-host is going to win and take the lead.
No, please don't. Whoever you are, please don't.
So that's the end of our show. Don't forget to give this video a like, share and follow us.
Yes, and by participating you can get one of these amazing badges as well, if they were right way around. And a big thanks to our patrons who have helped us out, which are Belinda, Mark, Heather, Marcus, Percy, Joseph, Lara, Irvin, Martin, Roger, Mark and Steve. And if you got this far, comment below Team Orange.
And also, above all, don't forget to be a little bit Scoutadelic.
Bye!